I'm Adrienne Fredrickson, Director of Admissions at Principia School, and we're here to welcome the Geises, and we're going to be sharing thoughts on coming to Principia.
I'm Jill Geis, and this is my husband, Mark Geis, and we moved here about 5 or 6 months ago from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so that our youngest daughter, Hannah, could come to the upper school, and she's a junior this year. Our older daughter, Sarah, is a freshman at the college, Principia College, and we have an older son, Benjamin, who is a senior, finishing his last year at the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. So.
Wonderful. Well, if you'll share just ideas on your thoughts about when you first decided to come to Principia and what has drawn you to come here.
Just recently, about a year ago, my oldest daughter again, Sarah, decided she wanted to go to the college. And at that time, as we were working out the arrangements for that, I had a change in job situations. And it just suddenly struck me, here's an opportunity to put Hannah in the high school. She had been attending a public school in Milwaukee, a very large one, and was doing all right, but did not seem to be enjoying her experience very much. Had a few friends, but wasn't getting involved in things the way her older brother and sister had, and just didn't seem particularly happy about it. And when the opportunity came to consider relocating, it was exactly what we thought might really be beneficial to her.
She was apprehensive, just because, a whole new experience and moving and the whole bit, leaving the friends that she did have.
But we pointed out to her she didn't really seem to be enjoying her experience, and that high school ought to be both a learning and a fun experience for her, and she would be around other people who had same background and basic beliefs that she did, but
she's absolutely loved it. The difference, her experience between the public school we were in Wisconsin and her experience here has been night and day.
And I think one of the things that has impressed me the most about it is how readily she turns to Christian Science. Yes. It's just a natural turning for her in academics, in her singing, in every aspect of her experience. And now she reaches out to us with ideas. If she hears, Dad's struggling with something, she'll send me an article or something, and it's really refreshing.
Many of the families I talk to talk about the opportunities that their children have at Principia. Can you share with us a little bit how Hannah has found opportunity at Principia?
Tons of opportunity here. Probably the biggest opportunity that was, besides the metaphysical growth that she's had, are the trips. They had a trip in the fall where she went to Maine with the junior class, and they sailed, and she came back with friends. She came back with wonderful stories to tell. It was a challenge. There's no question that the whole experience was a challenge. But
it forced them to use their Christian Science.
It did, and I think it really was a turning point for her.
We see lots of opportunities there where her thought is changing. She's she's opening up, being more receptive to things. She's becoming more outgoing. And she's getting opportunities to do things that she probably never would have done in the public school. So.
Well, and I think academically she's more challenged. She always has been a good student, but she would come home from the public school and in Wisconsin and she never had homework, or if she did, she finished it really quick and it was no big deal. And
they keep her busy.
She's busy. It's not too much, but I think she's a lot more challenged than she was before, and I think that's a good thing.
Which is a good thing. She wasn't being pushed at all in public school.
It's so wonderful to hear so many of the great experiences that Hannah's had. Can you share with us a few ideas about your family and how your family has adjusted to St. Louis and your move here And any ideas you want to share with other families who are considering the same?
You know, the transition to the St. Louis area itself has been, really smooth. It's a lovely area. We really enjoy the people here, very friendly. Not just the Christian Scientists, but the entire St. Louis community is very friendly. I think one of the things that made the transition really easy for us were all the inclusive activities for families and parents, new families and parents at the school. And it was just a neat way to very quickly get immersed in the culture and to meet people and feel like you were part of the community. So that was a really nice way to help transition things.
Is there anything that, any thoughts you would like to share with other families about considering a move to St. Louis? Or anything that you wish you would have known before you came?
I would say definitely something that is worthwhile to do. If you're at all inclined or inspired to look into it, it's been a positive experience all the way around for us. I heartily recommend it. As far as things to consider, the more open you are to experiencing new things, the easier the transition is. We were living in a beautiful home, had very gracious income, seemed to have all the human things that one would want. But we're feeling a need for not becoming stagnant. We didn't want to get set in our ways, caught up in routines. We really wanted to be open to new things and be guided by divine mind to embrace new things. And I think this whole unfolding with bringing the kids to school here has been a result of that deep desire.
Absolutely.
And I think when you have that open desire, it's met.
Yeah.